starting off, after watching the film from USC, what were some of the biggest things that stood out for you?
Well, the biggest thing is that we didn't execute like we are capable of executing. We had a lot of drop passes. We had inaccurate throws. We had missed blocks. USC didn't get our best effort. And that's the disappointing thing when you don't play to your capability. It wasn't so much what they were doing to us, it was that we were making the mistakes and we lost the game because of our inability to execute.
What's the biggest change that you think you need to make then going into Colorado?
Well, just to emphasize that everyone has a job to do and everybody needs to execute and do it right. You know, whoever you play, all right, whether it's a ranked team or not, they got 11 guys. And if you don't block one of their guys, that guy's probably going to make the play. So everybody just has to do their job. And if we do that consistently, all right, and catch the ball when it's thrown to us, throw it to the right guy, block the right guy with the right technique, avoid penalties, you know, those things are going to lead up to what? Being hard to beat, and that's what we want to be.
It seems like penalties has been something this team hasn't been really able to escape. You know, 13 penalties again against USC. What do you think this team needs to do to finally be able to play a clean game?
Well, offensively, we had 5 against USC. This disheartening thing was 4 of them were pre-snap penalties. Okay, and so before we even get started, we put ourselves behind the chains, and what that led to was 3rd and longs. Okay, so everything works together. You know, if you're not good prior to the snap, all right, you get a penalty. It's 1st and 15. Okay, we had 1 holding penalty. We got to eliminate that. Okay, so it's really been the pre-snap penalties that have hurt us, causing the longer yardage situations on 3rd down. And then when you have to convert 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15, you're not going to have a great percentage. The advantage goes to the defense.
Yeah, I think you guys were 1 in 10 on 3rd downs against USC. So you're saying that's from the pre-snap penalties that force you guys to have longer 3rd downs?
Well, it is, and and then not being able to execute as well as we'd like on 1st and 2nd. We had 10 3rd downs, and we had a 3rd and 4, all right, and a 3rd and 2, and all the others were 3rd and 9 or greater. So that's hard, and we really did it to ourselves. And conversely, against San Diego State, it was the exact opposite. We were operating on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5 all night, and so now the pressure's on the defense.
It seems like Mannion hasn't been really able to connect with his tight ends. What do you think's going on there?
Well, in the early games, they've made some big plays for us. Connors has caught touchdown, and Caleb got involved. They were like every position against USC. They kind of took their turn in not executing. They had some drop passes. They need to, like everyone, needs to get open versus man coverage. So they're a huge part of our offense, and they need to start executing just like the offensive line, the quarterback, the running back. And if we just start stockpiling good plays, we'll be fine.
With Mulaney back at split and Dockery back at flanker, how do you think that's going to help things against Colorado?
Well, it just gets Dockery back in the lineup after the injury. So we're playing a guy that's normally been playing and making some plays for us. And then Richie goes back to his position that he's played mostly. So it gives us a little stability. It gives us some just time back again where Sean and those receivers are comfortable in their spots that they've been playing. So it just kind of gets us back to our normal routine.
Do you think of a lack of stability then was one of the reasons why passing through the air was,
I don't think so. I think there weren't so many assignment errors with the receivers or anything like that, but it was the drop passes, and they're a good defense. They have good athletic players in the secondary, and being able to get open against cover 1, man coverage, and to make those plays when they're contested. And we need to make those plays more often than we did. We only had 5 explosive plays, and 3 of them were runs.
What are you seeing from Colorado's defense?
Well, it's a much improved defense. When you watch the game from last year against Oregon State, it looks like a different team. They're really aggressive. They're mixing up coverage more. They got some good athletic players, so it'll be a challenge because, again, it's a lot of press coverage, no matter what it is, either zone or man, and we're going to have to execute to win.
Are they doing anything different scheme-wise from last year, or is it pretty much the same?
It's pretty much the same. Maybe a percentage here and there with certain coverages or blitzes are a little bit different from this year as opposed to last year's game, but pretty much the same.
Anybody specific stand out when you watch film on Colorado individually?
They're all good players. We got to account for them all. They have some athletic safeties. They got some good players up front that cause us some problems that we got to account for. But overall, it's a good group.